Hallo zusammen.
Hello everybody. Lena,
ist
the
das
crystal
Startkind.
child, her wonderful son and I
Und ich möchte euch sehr gerne
would love to
über
share
unsere
our
Wahrnehmung
perceptions that we
erzählen,
have
die wir
just got,
bekommen
the
haben
latest
vom Neuesten
information
Infos
for this
für
special
diese
time.
spezielle Zeit. Und
And I am at
ich bin
Lena's
jetzt bei der Lena
place
zu
right
Hause.
now. And I'm very happy
Und
to
sie
be
hat
here because she has a
einen
super amazing
genauen
access.
Zugang. Und ich
I
kenne
have
sie
known
seit
her
über 10
for over
Jahren,
10
privat
years,
nicht
privately
so,
not so,
aber wir
but
sind
back then we
schon
have already
bekannt.
met.
Damals bin
And I
ich
was meeting her with my
mit
twin
meinen
daughters at
Zwillingstöchtern
that
zu ihr
time.
gewesen
And I
und
had
habe
it
mir sozusagen
confirmed, so to
bestätigen
speak,
lassen, dass
that
eine
one
von
of the
euch
two
auch
is
das
also a crystal
Startkind ist.
child.
Und so sind
That's
wir in
how
Kontakt.
we establish contact.
Ja,
Yes,
es
a
passiert
lot of
ganz
happening
viel
is to me right
gerade
now
bei mir
as well.
auch. Also ein
One
Download nach
download
dem
after the
anderen,
other,
ein
one body after the other
Körpergefühl,
is going
das
to be
transformiert,
transformed. What is
was
going
ich
on here on the
lossehe auf
earth?
der Erde.
I would
Und
like
ich
Lena
möchte
to
euch
start
etwas von
sharing
meiner
her
Wahrnehmung
perception right now,
zu
and
erzählen.
I will share a little
Und ich werde
later
nachher, ja,
my
eine Bestätigung
Kundalini
von der
confirmation, a
Kundalini, auch ein
channeling
Channeling
on this
dazu
topic,
sagen, denn
because
es
it
scheint
seems that
das
everything
alles
goes
noch
much
immer
faster than
flüssiger
we
geht,
think.
als das wir denken.
And
Ja,
yes,
wir haben nur ein
we have
Mikrofon.
only one microphone, so we share. Hi there. Yes, beautiful that you are on the earth right now. I have chosen the name Lena. I am a crystal child and I was asked to be here, especially during these changing times. And now, of course, all of you would like to know what's happening. It's so hectic and it is all brand new. And I will put it into two topics right now. First, I'm going to share my spiritual view with you, what I've got from the angels and what I'm seeing from my heart. And secondly, from a political point of view and simply what I receive from my friends. So, where do I start? The whole thing has been going on for a long time. It has already started in 2012. That the various levels or dimensions have been purified. The levels or dimensions of the earth. The earth also has different dimensions. And 7, 6 fifths was cleaned. And on the 21st December 2012, the 5th and 4th also were cleaned up. And now we have only the third dimension left to clean up. And 3D is the most challenging, because we are here, the people. How are we going to clean 3D? I'm going to tell you afterwards what I receive from other people. What the spiritual world has been telling me, there will come a time when you no longer know who is telling the truth and who is lying. Where there is so much chaos and so many people are telling you that you can no longer differentiate what is currently really going on. I recorded that in a video about 3 or 4 years ago, and here we are now. Alright, it's getting hot. But we have our hearts here, and this is the best compass there is. It is made this way especially, so if we just forget our soul or our connection, that the heart is always telling us who is lying and who is telling the truth. And you may also ask, what percentage is true and what is made up? So whatever you hear from the media, from spiritual people, politicians, no matter from where, you can always check it with your heart. If it opens, if it is expanding, then you know that it is a truth. Then you can ask, is it 80 or 90%? That's the highest that you can hear from human beings, because we also have our ego and our mind, so you can check it. Check if I'm telling the truth or not right now. So you can check it easily with every person. A good tip. I think that's a wonderful hint. Thank you. Yes, it's wonderful. Nothing to say. Go on. Right. And I've always already informed this year that we are at the point on the earth right now. I just go a little further. Here in the universe or multiverse, it's like a torus. Most people know that too. And then there is above and below, at the top and at the bottom. And there are very bright points, only light. Many call it the source or simply a light point. And there are two directions of how you can move. Most or many people want to move to this light, this heaven, or where everything is just light. Then you go through the dimensions, and each dimension usually has different levels to it, mostly 8, where you grow and evolve and learn and so on. So I am coming from the 9th dimension now, and there's just party and glitter. That was my food. And we just have a party there and make love all the time. It's just great. Yes, definitely one grows and evolves, and then after the 12th dimension, in the 12th dimension one starts to dissolve. And in this heaven or in this complete point of light, one dissolves fully and actually becomes just a drop in the ocean. So one still exists, however you don't really exist. Exactly. And most people or souls, so to say, want to go there. However, there is also a zero point or black hole, which is already known in physics, chemistry and biology and so on. And this is just in the middle of the torus. There's light above and below, and in the middle of this is the 0 point. It is simply black, and there are beings who move there, tend to move there, and who are simply dark and heavy. And their goal is just to become darker and heavier and more fearful, because they want to simply dissolve too. So we all have the same goal. We want to dissolve. Just some want to dissolve in the light and the others in the dark. That's all about it. This is the whole game here. Explained energetically. It took me a few years to see or understand it this way, but now I'm able to see it this way. That also means that all those evil powers and beings that only want fear and pain, that is just the way, like we want light and love and joy, they want it simply into the other direction. They also simply want to dissolve. And because now a few beings have said that it's boring to go through dimension to dimension and dissolve, and then again go through the dimensions and dissolve again, or you go to the 0 point and dissolve, until someone came up with the idea that we could go full of light through the 0 point. So to go with ego and body and structure through the 0 point. That's what we're going to do from now on an energetic point of view. And now, when a being or person who is so dark, full of pain, full of fear, full of sadness, and vibrates on a very low level with that, if that being is not going to able to vibrate deeper, it gets very close to the 0 point, goes through that and dissolves. And again, becomes a drop in the ocean. So you can no longer say it is now light or dark. What is better now? You just dissolve anyway. That's it. Done. Then there is no judgment anymore. There's no good or bad. Everything is dissolved. That's it. Right. Doesn't matter. Now we are going to do something new, and we are going to go full of light through the 0 point. And I have done it already. It's wonderful. Hold on. What does it mean that you have done it already? Can you recall that you have done it before? Or was it in another incarnation, on another level of existence, or have you been going through this now? How do you mean? Yes, I couldn't have said it for a long time, but I can say it now, today. So, I've already informed Uwe about it. That happened one night. So I had sex, and afterwards I was so energized that I couldn't sleep anymore. And I just was lying awake. And then suddenly, it just happened what I've always described. I suddenly had a feeling that my legs were dissolving, my arms were dissolving. I had this roller coaster feeling, and from fear and joy at the same time. I couldn't sleep at all. I was so full of energy, and I talked with my friends the next day, asking what was that. And then it was clear, yes, you have gone through the 0 point. That's awesome.
Das jetzt hier erzählst. Weil dann bist du.
I got this thing here.
Hier.
I think you are helping many people here right now by sharing your experiences. If that's what we are going to do, then we are less afraid of it. You know, usually we are afraid of what we don't know, right? Or of ignorance. And that's of course phenomenal. Now I have another question about the timing. Do you have any message when it will happen from your perception? To most of us, or to others, to us? This time frame, what we're talking about before, does not quite coincide with statements of other people, right? Where does it come from? One medium says this, the other one this. As a medium, I went to it by myself before, and I had a feeling that everything somehow exists parallelly to each other, but maybe you can explain it better again. So I will tell a little bit more about the 0 point first, and after that, of course, about that. So I went through it, and then I realized afterwards that I went consciously again to the 0 point. You can do that in meditation. And scientists ask, what is behind the 0 point? It's simply nothing. It's just nothing. It's dark and it's nothing. And many are afraid of it. I often have had nothing in my life, simply nothing, be it no money, no house or anything, and it is fearsome. But it is also nice, because if you have nothing, it's just you. Just pure existence or being. You simply are, just joy. And then the angels motivated me to create something in that. And because I simply love the heart and love, I have just placed a heart into that space. And it is incredible. One heart has arisen and another heart around, and yet one more, and then small hearts, and I only did once. And immediately it potentiated by quite a lot of hearts. So you're in this, what Uwe has already described, and what I also perceive. So you went into this complete self-creation, right? You didn't create just in your space, but also perceptible for others, so to speak. Another word, so to say. Yeah, it's really super cool. You do not be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. And what I find even more fascinating, I wouldn't think about it myself, but I was asked to do that. That I create something negative, something out of fear. And that's gone. It's gone. It doesn't work. You can't manifest anything from fear there. It doesn't work. And that's what is here, right? If you think negatively and full of fear, it surely reflects and it's troublesome, right? I would like to add something to it. What you're saying right now is exciting for me, because I have told people these tools that I've shared with you, these energies, That's a child. I would like to talk now too. May I talk now? The energies now. I hope this video is not going to be too long. I tried one more time. What's being given to you now, or has been given, it should simply be used for the good, because I really had a feeling that those who have tried to use this for something negative, it no longer works, and it worked before. The black magic, etc., because the vibration was lower back then. And now it is so that what I'm opening up, or partly the energy, they are doing it, they take me as a channel. So this will be taken away or flattened out if you don't use it for the whole. So we continue, dear friends. So you have told us about the 0 point, you have been through, have explained that. Would you like to add something else, or Why now different people? Yes, then we would like really like to tell you from Lena's perception, what does she feel when it's going to come? And that's really something. So we have an ego and a mind and so many illusions, and it was built up for thousands of years, right? Therefore everyone has somehow different information, and that you really have a clear channel to the light. Many have a channel, but it's not always so clear because we also have an ego and a mind. Hence one comes to this, the other comes to that, but in the end everyone is somehow right. So many have some pieces of the truth, but you don't see the whole picture also. I put it this way. I have a feeling that the Earth has told me that the Earth is going through the 0 point herself, and all go along with the Earth. All people, all animals, all beings. So you don't have to worry about your family, etc. One does not need to do yoga, drink only water. Everyone is going through. And I have a feeling that is how the spiritual world told me. We will go through it in the coming few weeks. That the whole earth is going to go through it. And that's why energy. And that's why it is so good that everyone is sitting at home right now. Because everything always fits together. Also the people who may think that they're against anything, in the end there is a divine plan and all play along with it. Even though if it looks like they're against something, you can't help but play with it. So even sitting at home, you're in. Then you're somehow involved. Yes, in this case it is good that everyone is at home, because I've already worried when we drive a car or on an airplane and we go through the 0 point, that there would be accidents, but nothing will happen. But you know, it may happen that you're not quite awake for 5 minutes, or you may be a little dizzy, where it is really like a roller coaster feeling. And there are people who are going through right now, or just at the time or the later, exactly, but the earth can only go through it when it's really dark, when it has reached the greatest darkness, and that is just about now. And now I'm coming to the information that I've received from other people, or where I've researched on YouTube, or simply from people who have been researching for 10 or 20 years. And it looks like it will most likely happen that way. This information is not from my angels, but from people. They say that Trump and military people and a lot of other light and positive people will rise up. I would call them the indigos, because there are many messages saying that the indigos are coming now to clean up, and they really are cleaning up now, because they know many in the government and the politics and in the media are very dark and corrupted and try to keep the people small. They are going to be simply removed and arrested. And then it's anyway better if we stay at home. Exactly, if that will happen, I don't know. But this information is spread everywhere and can be found on YouTube. And they simply want that we have a system that serves people. That means not working 40 hours a week for funny wages, but instead more creativity, education, that simply does well and feels well, and another health system. Just to throw everything out of the box. Not just throwing everything, but rebuilding and restructuring everything. And also all the subjects like extraterrestrials and free energy. There will be no power blackout, because that's the information. So we go through the 0 point first, and then the free energy is already there, right? Yes. I got it too, sorry. I had a feeling for a long time with power blackout, etc. And now I have this feeling for a couple of days. Now I'm having goosebumps, sorry. It's my Kundalini. It always confirms it to me. It feels as if the new energy is going to unfold very soon. Or in the meantime, or it has already come. I don't know exactly how that flows into each other, but I have another question right now. What has changed for you since that then when you went through the 0 point, physically and mentally, what are the characteristics from your perception? So I'm definitely more stable, or strong. My aura has become more stable. Before, when something came to me, I was immediately upset or hurt or thrown out of my way. And now I'm much more stable, much more clear. That's how I perceive you too. And actually nothing really big. If I were in spiritual, I wouldn't have noticed it, I guess. Then I would have thought, yes, I didn't sleep well, or I feel just different. However, then in the 0 point, I've just created things for myself. For example, love or these hearts or such beautiful things, and they come into your life in just a moment. And it works only positively, and that's cool. And I just got a message that for me it is so far in a week. Now there are already 5 through the 0 point. That is very fast now. That's why we make these videos now. And people look at us. This love we radiate, and that's not selfish or anything, not narcissistic. You see, you feel that we mean it well. We just... So yes, I don't know what I wanted to say actually. Just really, maybe you should do the channeling. Yes, let's do it before it goes too long. Exactly, and it is simply, we can just be happy. Just happy. Just connect to your heart and listen to it. And it comes very well. There's so many people who are already full of light, standing right now in the crucial positions, and they're watching it now, the world stage. We would like to ask you to just stay in your heart and see the light that is now unfolding around you. You can already see it when you look out from your inner perception. You see that everything is getting lighter and brighter, your being and the world outside. Hold on there and focus on that. Stay calm, because everything is fine. Know that you are always and completely protected by us. We are there. We have been waiting for this time. We are there. We are so many that we can guarantee you that each one of you will be accompanied by us and elevated over this threshold, carried over the threshold. Know that this light, just a moment. Nancy, you've got to focus again. Those who speak now on the one hand, I would call them the Galactic Federation, but also the White Brotherhood is here, White Light, the Source is here. And we don't have much to say because everything has already been said. We just want to say it's all good, it's all right. No, we are here for you, and we are here with you, and we accompany you. Thank you. The shortest channeling of all time. I was a little bit nervous right now, so I hope I got it right. It was so bright, so wide, and now the sun is getting through here. I actually only saw light. And this light is very warm and cozy, protected, and it feels... And I think that was actually the message of this mini channeling. You're safe, it's all good. You know? So just trust. Really, trust. They're watching all of us. And I've also seen that there are so many per one person. Do not measure the number of people because there's so many more up there. So the idea from the spiritual point of view the dolphins, the unicorns, and who knows what kind of beings. And there are 10 or hundreds per one person, or a million. It has many more positive beings than people who are incarnated here. Know that you're really guided and carried. We are here. We are happy. Oh my God. Party. Now we know the title of this video. The ZeroPoint Gateway or something. Okay. Until the next video.
Bis zum nächsten Video. Oder willst du noch was sagen?
Enjoy. Bye.
Ciao.